Sometimes I struggle with stepping in before somebody has the chance to figure it out. If someone tells me an issue, I normally offer a solution, offer help, offer any piece of like tangible productivity that I can do. I didn't usually ever offer advice, but I would offer my hand and my help and funds and whatever I needed to do to help somebody when they expressed that they were struggling. And I learned to stop doing that, obviously, maybe not so obvious, but I learned to stop doing that the older that I got, because I realized that people take advantage. And sometimes when you offer help, you're not helping that person. You're just enabling them to continue to be destructive and not helping them to learn from the consequences that they've created for themselves. And I had to stop learning. I had to unlearn stepping in. I had to trust that people could handle their own consequences. And if they couldn't handle their own consequences, that they can learn from them. Because if we don't allow people to learn from their decisions and their choices, then they ultimately keep making those decisions and those choices because they are shielded from the result. And that is not productive for anybody and doesn't help people grow. So as painful as it is to watch and sit back and see people suffer, it's even more painful for me to take on the burden and for them to continue to do the same thing. And this doesn't mean to never offer help, right? Every situation has nuance, and every principle has so much nuance, Step back and allow people to learn, but also don't be cruel and watch people be crushed by the weight of, things that are out of their control. But we have to really use discernment and see if we are stepping in where somebody is not asking for help, where somebody continues to do things that are detrimental, where somebody is potentially doing these things because everybody, including us around them, is enabling them, or if we can step in because this person has made a mistake. They're generally pretty good at keeping up with their load of work or whatever it is, and they just need some help. So I had to learn that as much as I want to offer my assistance and my help and whatever it is that I have, I love to share, but I had to learn that not everything needs to be shared all the time, and to use discernment when we share, because some people will definitely take advantage. One example of this is I had a friend ask me to help them with their resume. So I said, oh, no problem, send it on over. This was years and years ago. And they sent me their resume, and it was like 5 pages on a different document. It wasn't even editable. And they sent it over to me, and I couldn't even edit it. I had to retype the whole thing into Word. And so originally I asked them and was like, do you have this on Word so that I can edit this? And they were like, no, but can you just help me? And I didn't know how to instill boundaries, and I offered help to somebody that I didn't know too well. So here I was now with the responsibility that I definitely didn't have to take on of redoing this whole resume and going through these 5 pages and trying to piece it together in one, when that's way more work than I was originally signing up for. And this is just a light example, but it just shows that sometimes when you offer help and you don't make it clear and people take advantage, it puts you in a position that you might not necessarily want to be in. So let people take those consequences and learn from their consequences and decisions. Or when you do offer help, let things be specific. But even then, things can get messy, right? So I think this video is just to say that allow people to learn from their own decisions. Trust that people can handle their own consequences. And if you don't trust that they can handle their own consequences, trust that they will learn from them, that it'll be bad enough that resume, those jobs will keep rejecting them because the resume is 5 pages, and that they will learn to redo it themselves. And it'll teach them a skill that they would have never been taught before because you didn't step in.